Now, as I discussed, soul has form and soul gives form to matter. Actually, matter itself has no form. That's why we say matter is dead. Now, if you say this hand, this is actually dead. So, this hand is dead, the body is dead, the entire material world, matter is dead. Just because the presence of the soul, it actually keeps moving. And this body gets the form because the soul has form. The soul is not some formless light. The soul is a personality with beautiful form and beautiful qualities, which we discussed. Now, the soul leaves one body and occupies another body after death, and this is known as the law of transmigration. So, now interestingly, this is a very important philosophical aspect of life, that is, all of us as the soul is a part and parcel of God. So, all of us were a part of the spiritual world. We all were living with God. Because we committed some mistake in the spiritual world, we have been put in this material world. And in this material world, we have to face so many problems. Why? Why there are so many problems in this material world? Just to make us understand that we are not the part of this material world, but we are a part of spiritual world. That is the point. Just like the scriptures gives the understanding and analogy that this material world is compared to a jail. If somebody does any mistake in the country or in the state or a city where he is living, he will be put in a jail. And in jail, he will not get facilities, he will not get comfort, he may not get good varieties of food, and he will be punished, tortured to some extent. Why? Because in the jail, if they give you AC room with a TV, computer, internet, everything, then he will think, wow, jail is so nice. I would love to be a part of jail. I don't want to go out of jail. So, you will not get any facilities, comforts in jail, because to make us understand that I don't belong to this place, jail. I belong to the outside world. I am a free citizen of this country. The moment I commit mistake, I will be put in the jail and I need to suffer. So, similarly, this material world is a creation made by God, which to a great extent acts like a jail. And we are put in this jail and given continuous problems, sufferings. Even if you don't want, we are forced to suffer. So, the moment you start asking question, why should I suffer? Why there are so many problems in this world? Why I am suffering? Why my parents are suffering? Why my friends, children, everyone are suffering? Is there no end for this? The moment we start asking this question, we actually explore ourselves. So, that is the point. So, all of us, we were part of the spiritual world and we were enjoying in the spiritual world as there are no problems in the spiritual world. That's why spiritual world is also called as Vaikunta. So, what is the meaning of Vaikunta? Kunta means anxiety or problems. Vaikunta means that place which has no anxiety, no problem. So, in Vaikunta or spiritual world, we are actually speaking, we are very free and there is no time limit. The time doesn't work there. We are eternally enjoying. The moment we commit some mistake in the spiritual world, we will be put in this material world and we have to undergo the process of suffering and try to understand and realize ourselves that we are actually not part of this material world and we have to go back to spiritual world. And to go back to spiritual world, we have to understand, the first step is to understand that I am not this body, I am the spirit soul. That is the point. So, once the soul comes from spiritual world to material world, first life he gets as human birth. If he doesn't utilize it properly, if he or she doesn't utilize it properly, then he or she will get a lower birth, that is animal and so on. So, am I God? So, God is supremely independent and is never controlled. Can anyone say, I am not controlled? We are definitely controlled. So we are all tiny controllers, but God is a supreme controller. So that is the point. So man can put some satellite into an orbit, but God can float millions of planets in the orbit. So by this we understand that we are definitely tiny controllers, but God is a supreme controller. So man can create 100-storied buildings and God can create millions of universes. So with this we have got sufficient understanding about the soul, and if you want to dive deeper into this subject, so kindly read Bhagavad Gita 2nd chapter, and the entire 2nd chapter is filled with information about the science of soul. So thank you very much.